Dear friends, I'm back for part 2 of my How to Organize Your Classroom video for my Teach It series. Last video I gave some pointers on organizing your office or teacher space. In this video I'm going to give you a tour of the rest of my classroom. As I mentioned before, I operate a learning center, so the layout is a bit different from a traditional classroom. However, the same centers and areas can be set up in a regular classroom. The first thing you're seeing here is my free time center. Free time can be misinterpreted as time when students are just playing and not learning. As Froebel said, play is the work of children. It is how they learn many skills. Problem solving, social interaction, and many free play activities serve as a foundation for literacy development and math skills. My free play area is carefully planned to ensure that children are working on these skills. As you can see, I have Lego, Lincoln Logs, Mr. Potato Head, vehicles and accompanying road maps, puzzles, straw building materials, train sets, figurines, building blocks, and other geometric puzzles. The table at the back of this room is intended for small group work or independent table work. It's a great place for a guided reading activity or for a group to work on an activity together. It's also a comfy place to sit to work on some paper and pencil type of activities. It comes in handy at mealtime as well. We also use it as a science stage for any experiments we do. It's large enough that students can gather around and watch, engage, and participate in the experiments. Moving further back into our space, there is this alcove. Here I have set up some word family and word building centers with a whiteboard in the middle. Children can work independently or with partners to create words, and the whiteboard enables them to record their work. Alternatively, they can opt to use the whiteboard for other activities like math wars or spelling games like Hangman. The rug is a nice touch. It provides a bit of a physical outlet, but it also is useful for younger students who are learning to count and who are learning the principles of measurement. The last space I'm showing you is my primary learning space. This is where the majority of lessons take place. I have my calendar, which we use to work on counting, learning days of the week, and different months. We also discuss weather and the concept of today, tomorrow, and yesterday. Next to the calendar, I have my place value chart, where we count the days and learn about groups of 10, 100, etc. I have a library full of a variety of texts of varying levels of difficulty. They're sorted into fiction and nonfiction, hardcover, softcover, and novels. I also have a shelf of instructional fiction texts that focus on consonant and vowel sounds. On the bottom, you'll see where I keep our construction paper, blank paper, and lined paper. The bookshelf houses a small brown bin that contains some math and literacy centers. They're used at this small table next to the bookshelf for individual and pair work on math and literacy skills. Above this table, you'll see an anchor chart where students can refer to the reading strategies that we have learned and use them as needed. Next, you'll see where I keep my listening center materials, like books with accompanying CDs and child-sized headphones. I also keep math manipulatives and some literacy materials here. Attached to the side of the shelf, I have folders with worksheets that students require for some of these centers. Beside these folders, there is a basket of more literacy centers that focus primarily on early reading skills, such as letter recognition, for example. And lastly, there's the writing center. Here, students can access a range of writing tasks. There are samples to follow, as well as writing prompts for journals and stories. There are some additional folders housing worksheets and dry erase activities for the students as well. All the materials they need to complete these centers are easily accessible in buckets or bins around the room. Throughout this tour, you may have noticed plenty of labels on pretty much everything. This is just to increase sight word recognition within the classroom. Alright, that's the basic rundown of my learning areas throughout the classroom. I've separated free play and group work into one space, and math and literacy centers into another for the most part. In my next video, I will look more closely at literacy center ideas and show you some examples. Class dismissed!